Hi there, Gavin Baker, Managing Director of Surrey Sports Park. Welcome back to episode 2 of our Behind the Scenes mini documentary, showing how the team are working hard to try and get the building up and back and ready as soon as possible. In this episode you'll see some of the staff back in Sports Park, looking at the practical ways we can make sure the building is safe and ready for return to action. We're also joined by some colleagues from the estates team from the university, and that's one area where we're really fortunate to be part of the wider University of Surrey team. We have our own recovery team that sits alongside the university's reopening group of senior staff, and we're able to therefore tap into the expertise that they have alongside opening buildings, ensuring it's safe for purpose and welcoming people back. We're also lucky to be part of their bulk purchasing scheme. So again, stuff like personal protective equipment, perspex screens, signage, we're part of that wider university purchasing group. So the work that we're doing and our preparation to be in match fit, ready to be open for you guys, is being well supported and well delivered by the team and the university. So we had some great feedback from the first episode, so I'm glad everyone's enjoyed it. You know, all along we're trying to keep you as our users, our members, as updated as much as we can. We're also trying to be really transparent and show you where some of the challenges are of reopening a sports facility. And as we get ever closer to that fateful day when we can open the doors and get people in, we'll share as much information as we can. So without further ado, enjoy episode 2. Always welcome your feedback across social media or direct to myself or any of my colleagues. We'll do our best to answer as much as we can and as quick as we can. So stay safe, look after each other, and fingers crossed we'll be back in the Sports Centre as soon as possible.
Jodie here, Head of Member Services at Surrey Sports Park. Today I'm back in the building with a couple of colleagues to have a look at the gym and group fitness facilities, seeing what changes we have to make to those before we reopen and what that might look like when you guys come back. So have a look around behind the scenes and see what's going on.
Considering what we have in terms of protective screens in at the reception areas and the key contact points for members, users and staff. So we need to look at what sort of screenings we might need to consider for all of the reception desks in the building. We've got the main reception and gym reception primarily, because the other areas probably not likely to be open in the first instance. So we need to understand how many people we can have in those areas, the contacts that we might have with staff, how staff then send them off on their way.
Also, we're here today looking at the gym and the studio space. So in here, Studio A and B, normally we'll run group fitness classes in here, but today we've made the call that we're going to turn this into an extension of the gym, just to allow us to welcome more of our members back in at the same time. So as you can see, it's quite a big space. So now we've made the decision that we're going to actually extend the gym. Me and George, who's our fitness manager, we're going to go away and draw up some designs, see what parts of the main gym we can bring into here, so what equipment we can move around, and potentially just in a second go and have a look at some of the studios, the wellbeing studio and the spin studio, to see what we might move around from there, and where else in the building we might host our group fitness timetable, because it's really important that we keep that going. But actually utilising the spaces in the best way possible.
Hi everyone, I'm George, I'm the fitness manager here at SSP. It's my first time back in the building today after being away for just over 2 months. Just coming back in, having a look around the building, looking at what we can kind of do. So looking around the building and obviously looking at the gym's quite congested, so looking at how we can move kit around to enable distancing between certain parts of equipment to allow people to come back in and use it. So some of the things that we've looked at are moving equipment out around.
So we're in today just looking around, having a look at where all the equipment is at the moment and the distancing. So we've got our tape measures out, seeing how far away we are from each other and how we might logically train, so down in the free weights area as well. And then some of the restrictions we might have to follow. For example, moving the entrance point of the gym, moving some of the equipment away so that people have a clear entrance and exit in and out. And then obviously looking at where we might position staff as well, and looking at how we might bring them back on board and train them up and get them ready to go. So when we're looking at moving equipment around or the layout of the gym and the extension of the gym, we'd look firstly at the free weights area. So this section's one of our most popular, and I can imagine it's going to be when everyone comes back from 2 or 3 months of body weight exercises and a lot of cardio. So again, in the free weights area, the most popular pieces of kit are our platforms. So got our 6 platforms and then our 3 racks behind. So again, today we've just been looking at how we can socially distance between them. So the direction in which people face, what we might advise people to do in terms of different exercises, and the ways we might have to face. So for example, if I was facing this way, George on the next platform might have to be facing the opposite way. So that's us all done for the day. We've made some pretty big decisions in terms of the layout of the gym facility. So now me and George are going to go away and come up with some designs of what the equipment layout will look like. And then we're going to come back in hopefully next week to actually start moving things around. So keep in touch if you have any questions, but until then we'll keep you updated.